Hello everyone, I Dr. Shikhar this side in the sequence of lectures for financial accounting and analysis. So let's move on to the next lecture. In the previous lectures, we talked about the financial accounting, its introduction, and the different like objectives and functions of financial accounting. Now let's move on to the further topics under the subject. Coming to uses of accounting information. As we can see here on the slide, there can be two types of users of financial accounting informations. One is the internal user. Internal user here means the parties which belong to the company as an insider, like the internal management, the board of directors, the different, you can say, the parties involved in business with the companies, like the owners, the proprietor, the partners, or the employees. These all are considered to be the internal users of accounting information. Why we say it as the internal user? Because these are the parties which are internally involved, like the employees. Why they will be interested for knowing the informations about the accounting records or the accounting informations? Because they want to know that what is their performance towards what the company is leading to, like the company is having profits or the losses as per the performance they are giving towards the company. Then owners, proprietor, or the partners, it is very well known fact that they must be interested in knowing the accounting informations, like what all is being done, what all are the expenses, what all are the revenues, and accordingly what is the you can say operational profits or the losses for the firm. Internal management are interested, of course, because they should be knowing about the transactions which is going on. They should be knowing about the revenues that has been generated, the cost that has been, or the expenses that has been incurred. And above all, they seek these accounting information for the purpose of, you can say, taking out the decisions in the future, you can say investments or for the future decision makings. So for internal management, it is more important to use such information for the purpose of taking decisions for the future investments maybe, or for the future planning. So these are considered to be the internal you can say users for the accounting information. Now coming to the external users. External users can be of any you can say any party which is anyhow linked with the you can say business of the company, or it can be not only the party who is interested in the business, rather it can be, very interesting fact is that it can be the competitors also. It can be you can say any of the party which is showing interest in the business of the company. It can be the investor, the present investor, or it can be the prospective investor who wants to invest in that particular company, not yet invested but wants to invest. So any of the present investor or the investor which wants to invest in the company, not yet invested but in the future they want to invest, then they, of course, they will go into the accounting information. Not exactly in depth accounting information, but you can say that the investor or the prospective investor will be looking after that what is the outcome of the company's performance. Outcome in the sense, what is the operational profit. Then the lender is the creditors, you can say in the term, where they want to judge the credit worthiness of the company, that if they lend amount to the company, will the company will be able to repay the amount on time or not. What is their current assets or the current liabilities position, or what is the overall asset and liabilities position, so that they can judge the credit worthiness of the company. Then comes the legal bodies and government. Legal bodies and governments here means that the company should be running in a very you can say legal manner. There should not be any illegal activities involved. And at the time when the company, and the time where the government thinks that there is intervention of you can say government, because the might be the business is not running legally, or there is something which is you can say, like for example inside trading, or something related to legal issues is there, then the government would intervene. So not directly involved, but the government will be indirectly involved in all the business operations which is going on in the country, because as a superficially it tries to control the activities of the business, that it should not run in some undesired manner. So that is why all the legal bodies, you can say their intervention is a bit different. Legal bodies in the sense, like if you are running a company, it should be properly registered. It should be under the protocol of the Companies Act that is being mentioned. So legal bodies, when we talk about, they talk about the different acts or the different provisions that the company need to follow. It should all be there in the incorporated in the company. Then when we talk about government intervention is where the government thinks that the business is not running in track as per the protocols or as per the desired operations. Then only the government intervenes. Otherwise, their government intervention is not there as such. Then comes the customers and suppliers. Of course, the customers or the suppliers, they would be interested in the accounting information because it is the information through which they could want to extract the details about the company and details about their performance of the company, so that they can further think about putting their money into the business. And the same thing applies for the customers also and for the suppliers also. Like suppliers, they would be supplying in the business if they think that the business operations is fine. Otherwise, might be they would not consider the particular company for supplying the stuff if they think that the company's credit worthiness is not good, or you can say if they think that the company is not able to pay off their loan, pay off their credit amounts, so they will not be any further supplying in the company. So of course they need to go through with the accounting information, not in the detail as such, but yes, superficially, that what is the performance of the company overall in current and in the previous years. Then the general public is basically interested because they want to know, maybe more of for the investment purpose, that they want to know what is the performance. And you can say the accounting information is the best source through which any of the investor, any of the general public, they want to know about the company. So let's say, for example, here the company is coming up with the IPO, right? So if the general public is interested to purchase the IPO, of course, they will go to the prospectus, they will go to the previous performance of the company, the previous, you can say, if the shares are already existing in the secondary market, they would study the secondary market trend of that particular share in which they want to invest the company, invest the money. So general public, they must be interested if they want to invest in the business for their amount of money. Then coming next, the different branches of accounting. Different branches of accounting here means that it is not only the financial accounting which we talk about under accounting. It is other branches also, like the cost accounting and the management accounting. See, when we talk about financial accounting, it simply means that we are having the accounting records. We have started maintaining the accounting records from the day-to-day operations, and then we have summarized it as we have read in the definition also. Then we have summarized it in the form of profit and loss account, then in the form of balance sheet, and finally we try to interpret some useful informations, and accordingly we try to take the decisions. So this is what about the financial accounting is. But when we talk about the different other branches of accounting, it can be the cost accounting and management accounting also. As we can see here, the cost accounting, management accounting and financial accounting, they have different perspectives. Different perspectives in the sense, let me tell you first what is cost accounting and management accounting. See, cost accounting is the type of accounting which is usually done by the manufacturing concerns. This is apart from the financial accounting that they prepare. So the basic objective for the cost accounting is to ascertain, allocate and accumulate the all the informations in reference to the costing of the product that they are producing. It can be in the sense both. The purpose of cost accounting is to prepare both the things. First is the accounting, the overall cost of the product, production cost and the per unit cost. So per unit cost is required in order to fix up the, you can say the price per unit, so that the cost over a particular rate of profit that can be added to the cost, and then the finally selling price is required. So when we talk about cost accounting, the sole purpose of this cost accounting is to calculate the overall cost of production in which the manufacturing is involved. So cost accounting is done by the firms which are involved into the production process, may it be the production of some physical units or the services. Might be possible that the service accounting is also there, service cost accounting. Then comes the management accounting. See, management accounting is, you can say, it is not accounting which results into something, but this is the accounting which is useful for the management to take out their decision and policy formulation. So when we talk about management accounting, there is no as such format that what all is required in it, what all you can say, what all statements that is to be drawn under this accounting, but rather it is more of focused on the requirements of the management. Like for example, financial accounting, we have a set pattern for preparing the accounts. Like if you are preparing journals or the ledgers or trial balance, or maybe profit and loss account or the balance sheet, all the informations has to be recorded in a set pattern as per the given, you can say, format. But when we talk about cost accounting, there is cost accounting also, there is a set pattern in which you need to record your information. If you are preparing cost sheet, there is a pattern of it. If you are preparing different other accounts, then in that case also, like for example, when we talk about cost accounting, we prepare the budgets, maybe we prepare the you can say different ratios. So in that, you need to be very specific about the format and the formula. Now coming to the management accounting, there is no as such you can say management, you can say there is no as such different you can say formats for it. You, as per your convenience, as per your desires, as per your you can say the decision that needs to be taken by the management, you can prepare your own format, you can prepare your own information as per your requirement. So when we talk about management accounting, the accounting is being done from the perspective that how the information can be recorded in a better way, so that we can use these informations in the decision making purpose. Like for example, if we take under management accounting, we prepare the budgets. Let's say for example, we prepare the budgets or we prepare the ratios. So ratios, there are set pattern of ratios, but which ratio, how much the ratio will be used for the decision making, that is totally dependent upon the management, that how they want to take up their decision. Or for example, if we take under management accounting, the you can say the different ratio of sale to profit. So sale to profit ratio you are taking for a year, or you are taking for 5 years or 10 years, there is no as such pattern of it. It is your decision that for how long you need to take your ratio, so that your decision can be effective enough to make up your policy or make up your decision. So when we talk about the cost accounting, it is done basically for the purpose of calculating cost of the product, may it be the overall cost or the per unit cost. When we talk about management accounting, there is no as such principle required for preparing the management accounting records. It is as per your decision, as per your desire, as per your you can say information required to take the decision. Accordingly, you decide that what all you need to what all information you need to take here. So as we can see here, the differences between the financial and cost accounting, first point I guess is clear. Financial accounting is solely done for the purpose of calculating the profit or the losses and to judge the financial position. When we talk about cost accounting is specifically done for the ascertainment, allocation, accumulation, and accounting for cost. All the things under the cost accounting is involved with the costing of the production. Then management accounting is to assist the management in decision making and policy formulation. This is what we were discussing up till now. Then comes the nature of financial accounting is that what has already been done you need to record and summarize and interpret that only. When we talk about cost accounting, it is of course it is concerned with the past and the present information. What we record in the cost accounting is what is presently running or what has already been done. But when we talk about the management accounting, here lies the difference between management accounting and the other two accounting. That management accounting deals with the you can say present past data and also the future projections. Like for example, you have taken last 5 years profit, you have taken last 4 years profit, let's say, and the present fifth year profit also, and now you want to project that if the say if the production is increased to a particular level of, let's say, 25%, what will be the impact of this increase in the production on the revenue and the profit. So what you will do, you will collect the last 4 years plus one current year, 5 years information in reference to the production, in reference to the sales, and in reference to the profit. You just check the correlation between these three parameters and you will project for the next year that as per the last past 5 years trend, what will be the projection for the next 6 year. So what you are doing here under management accounting, you are projecting for the future also. This will help the management in taking out the decision that whether the production level should be increased. As in the example here only, why we have taken the 5 years data? Because we want to project that what will be the sixth year, you can say production, revenue and the profit, and accordingly the management would think about increasing the production level so that sales and profit can be increased. But if in case, suppose, so suppose if the management wants to take this decision that they should increase the production or not, then accordingly they put up their data and try to figure out the projections and take the decisions accordingly. So next, moving on the next point, that is principle followed. Principle followed, this we will be discussing in the future lectures also, that financial accounting is done on the basis of the gap involved. This is generally accepted accounting principles which is being taken up for preparing the financial accounting records. But you can say for cost accounting, if we say, there are also the principles involved in order to prepare your cost records. And if you are preparing your cost records, the format should be followed as per the given format. Then next is for the management accounting, as we have discussed in the previous talk also, that there is no set of principles involved in preparing the management accounting records, because this is no as such the formal recording of transactions, or you can say the accounting records. No formal accounting records are prepared here. It is the information recorded as per your need, desire, and the decision that you need to take. And accordingly, the format you decide as per your own wish and requirement. Then data used in the financial accounting is totally qualitative data, like quantitative data. Qualitative data are not required, or it has no space in financial accounting. When we talk about cost accounting, it is again only the quantitative data which is used. But when we talk about management accounting, yes, of course, we can use both type of data here, because we are trying to go for the projections for the future, and it involves both the aspects, the qualitative data also and the quantitative data also. Like for example, if we want to increase the production, then we need to take the past track of the profit, production and the sales also, as well as who all have taken the decision, who all were there while the business was going on, plus the honesty of the, let's say, the board of directors, plus the determination of the board of directors, the approach of the board of directors, the different, you can say, the objectives of the firm also, that can be also taken as one of the factor. So we are, under management accounting, we are focusing on both the things, the quantitative and the qualitative aspects for the purpose of taking up the decision. Then comes the very important topic here, that is bookkeeping. Bookkeeping, as you know very well, it is the recording of financial transactions in a proper manner related to the business operations of an entity. So when we talk about bookkeeping, in a simpler manner, we can say here that bookkeeping is the first step of accounting, where we try to record all the financial transactions happening in a business. So we can see here that bookkeeping is the permanent recording of financial transactions in a proper manner in the books of accounts of an entity, so that their financial effect on the business of entity can be seen. So bookkeeping here means that it is, you can say, the initial step or the first step of accounting, where you record the transactions, keep the record for the permanent purpose, which can be used for the future financial assessments. So when you record the transactions first hand in your books of accounts, that is called as the bookkeeping. As it, you can see here, it is very well presented here, that in the definitions of financial accounting, we have seen that financial accounting involves the recording, classifying, summarizing, reporting, and then analyzing and interpreting the data. So under this, the bookkeeping is the first step of accounting. And once the bookkeeping is being done properly, then of course your further classification and preparing the summary of the accounting records becomes easy and well defined. So it is very essential for the business to have a proper bookkeeping system. As you can see here, bookkeeping involves the preparing of cash records, preparing the day books in the sense, you can see here, the sales book, purchase book, your cash book, your different ledgers, journals. These all are the, or you can say in a simpler term, all the statements that is being used in order to keep the record of the transactions for a business is bookkeeping. That's it. May it be the cash transactions, may it be the preparing of journals, may it be preparing of ledgers, cash book, day book, you can say sales day book, purchase day book, returns book, whatever you are preparing, these all statements are used for recording the first-hand information of the transactions in a business. And that all comes under bookkeeping. Now, the difference between the bookkeeping and accounting is, you all know the difference very well now. Bookkeeping is the very first stage of accounting, and accounting itself involves many other, you can say, steps like preparing the summary, then interpreting the data, then taking and making the analysis of those data. These all are the different you can say steps of accounting, but bookkeeping is the first step. Simply maintaining the records of financial transactions is bookkeeping, but accounting goes much beyond this, only maintaining the record. Then the objective for this is, bookkeeping's objective is to simply maintain a systematic record of transactions. But you can see here for accounting, from the accounting, the objective is to get the financial results, like what the business operations result is and what is the financial status of the business. Then comes to the nature, often routine and clerical in nature. Yeah, of course, because bookkeeping is clerical in nature. You just need to know the transaction and record it in the systematic manner in the format given. But in accounting, you need to be a bit analytical and executive in nature. Like in the sense, you need to know the format, you need to know how to interpret the data, you need to know how to analyze the data. That is more analytical in sense. Then responsibility, the bookkeeper is responsible for recording of the transactions, but the accountant is responsible for the work of bookkeeper also and for interpreting the data, analyzing the data also. Then supervision, the bookkeeper does not supervise and check the work of an accountant. This is a major point here. But an accountant supervises and keeps a check on the work of the bookkeeper, because accounting's role is wider as compared to the bookkeeper. But bookkeeper role is very narrow, only limited to the recording of transactions of the business. That's it. Then staff involved, work is done by the junior staff of the organization. Of course, accounting work is done by the senior staff, because you are not only preparing the records, but you are preparing the analysis and the summary and interpretation of the data also. So of course, your experience, your knowledge will work here for your job. So this is the difference between the bookkeeping and accounting. That's it for my lecture today. We'll meet again in the next lecture. Thank you all.